Uh, Ow.
Then he starts shrieking. He's like, "My word! You have your elf in here, invisible, watching me like some sort of street thug? I thought you were a noble." You're muted.
I was in here with you the entire time.
You've planned this out. And then he, like, swings the door back open and points to Ella Domri. He's like, "Get out! Get out, you filthy dog!
Give me the knife and I'll leave.
Get out! Unless you want to taste my blade
On
again."
my honor, you will stop speaking to my ally in such discourteous manner. Now.
Look, man.
Or we will have that duel.
Okay, yeah, we're actually going to open up a new type of thing. He looks toward you and says, "I will not duel you. You are so far below me that dueling you would be a waste of my time."
Ah.
You gonna take that?
No, I'm going to take off my glove. I'm going to slap him across the face with it.
Yeah.
Thereby challenging him to a duel.
Can you roll a d6 when he stabs you in the hand?
I can.
I'm gonna redirect that to me.
Okay, yeah, you use your,
Like-
your hold. You
Crap.
redirect it. Whoa, that wasn't right. Yeah, you redirect the damage, so I guess maybe you get your gloved, armored hand up in the way before it hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like, listen, buddy. We've got a man here who can talk to the spirits, and your father is not at peace. We need the body, we need the knife, we need a proper burial.
He just says, "Stop. Stop. I don't believe anything you say. You come into my cell, invisible, watching me. You have spilt your horrible blood all over my knife."
We're just making sure you're not up to any funny business.
Do you, like, pop around the corner to say that?
We're just... No,
He's
I
just
walk
like,
around.
"Funny business. You are monkeying around with me. Get out of my cell,
And
or I
you,
shall
sir,
call the
are a
guards."
murderer. You expect us to
Yes.
trust you?
He just starts screaming, "Guards! Guards! I've been attacked.
It is
I've been
clear we will
attacked
get
by
nothing
lowborns."
from him.
Well, let's see. I'm
You
bleeding.
want me to do magic at him?
He's-
I'll do
he's
magic at
fine.
him.
I'll just step back. Sure. Fine. Guess you don't care about your father being tormented for all eternity, then.
Yeah, he looks a little pained when you say that, and says, "My father was a good religious man. I'm sure when he died, he went to a nice place."
He didn't.
No. Ask the guards what the town square is like
Yeah,
now.
like he shuts the door in everyone's face.
Yeah, sure.
You hear a noise like jingling ring mail. Like you hear several people wearing ring mail approaching you.
Oh, he's
Yep.
fine.
I'm just gonna lean
You
up
don't
against the
see
wall.
them yet. You just hear them.
I'm just
Okay.
leaning up against the wall there, bleeding a little bit, and I'm like, I'll be fine. And you just tell him, well, believe it or not, you've been stuck in here. There's been a spree of more murders in that square. People who've gotten killed by it can't seem to rest, and all we wanted to do was give that to them. That's what all the funny business was about.
Okay, while you're talking, a bunch of guards with spears run up and are just like shouting. They're like, "Put your weapons down!
Oh,
Put your hands on the wall! Step away from the nobleman!" And
Oh, he's fine.
they're trying to separate Inkarash and Elidamre from Frederick William Mayfield the 14th.
Like I don't
Fucking
have a weapon.
serious?
I don't have a weapon out.
Yeah, but they're telling you your weapon on your back. They want you to put it down. Like, put your weapons down!
Stop,
Step away.
stop. These are my allies.
The man in the cell goes, "The knife here tried to stab me." Using my own knife against me. Arrest this man.
Guards, look at the blood on his knife. Look at the blood. Look at me. Look at him. Judge for yourselves who got stabbed. I was just trying to have a pleasant conversation and trying to help his father. He doesn't seem to want that.
What are the rest of you doing? As the guards are like approaching slowly and like low stances with their spears out front.
Standing there, not moving an inch.
Do I think that unseen servant could take the knife from him?
Let's see here.
It can do nothing but carry items, so knife is an item.
It can only carry those you give it to it.
Oh, boo.
So, guards, you have a nobleman here who's not in prison, telling you everything is okay, and you have a raving nobleman in here with a bloody knife. Which one of you are going to believe? Him?
Confessed
In
murderer, I might add.
Yeah,
He
Frederick.
tried to kill me.
Yeah,
He grabbed me and held me by the point of his knife.
I think
When-
your point of
Seriously, you
view
let
is
him
right.
have a knife in here?
When I was in the middle of a murder investigation trying to help you do your jobs. Me, a Mayfield of the Opera Mayfields. Honestly.
How did I not know that was coming?
And if I can, I would like to parley with the guards.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what's going on here, but parlay's pretty specific, right?
If you have leverage over them,
Yeah.
which
I'll
I was
accept
using
that.
my title as leverage.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I think more the situation is your leverage, but let's do it.
yeah. Okay. Plus charisma.
Well,
On a 7 and 9, they do what you ask, but we'll need some concrete assurance of your promise. So I was trying to get them to basically help us with the investigation or stop interfering with the investigation.
Yeah, the guards say, our apologies, my lord. This is a unusual situation. As you know, in arguments between noblemen, it's customary for the winning side to... And he looks at the other guardsmen and says, reward the ones who side with him, right? That sounds nobly. And one of the younger guardsmen steps forward and says, what the old man's trying to say is, if you want us to step away...
I know what he's trying to say.
My apologies, my lord.
That's not something that needed to be said. And I will hand them... How many guards are there?
There's 3.
3? 15 gold.
Okay, yeah. All 3 of them look at each other, and the youngest one says, well, I need to go get a pint.
I poke Frederick. Before they get a pint, can they tell this guy to give us a damn dagger?
Perhaps for us to continue to conduct our investigation, not being ourselves endangered by the prisoner would be helpful.
So, at this point, the guards are just looking around, and they look to Mobby, who's been sitting in the back the whole time.
Because
like,
everybody forgets Mobby.
shaking his head as you guys just, like, basically play grab ass with this guy, and Mobby just, like, rips the door off its hinges and goes in there and punches the dude in the face and takes the knife.
Well done, Mobby.
Yeah, Mobby hands it over to Ella Domri and says, I'm going to need payment soon. You're going to have to do good work at some point, and from what I've seen so far, we haven't exactly been doing good work.
Well, we've been trying, Mobby, and trust me,
How is not breaking a curse upon a city not good? How is breaking a curse not good work, Mobby?
He opens his hands and looks at Inkarash and then Eladamre and then Ankarash and Eladamre and it's just you're bribing city guards over and over again. And sneaking into a man's cell, taking his knife.
well,
The situation is very unusual.
we're taking his knife to try and put his father's spirit to rest.
I
guess
understand that it is the method in which we have acquired this knife that worries me.
I understand.
Should we truly be corrupting the system? This man has not even been tried for any crimes, and yet you treat him as if he is guilty.
Well, he insists that he is.
We have witness testimony. That witness being the victim.
Yeah, so he says that is not how the system of law works here or in any place. The witness you speak of is the victim, who is a dead spirit angered by his own death. And the testimony from this man, he may well be mentally ill.
I suppose you make a fair point, Mamabi.
He crosses his arms again and leans back up against the wall, seeming to blend in with the shadows.
Because the 7.5 foot tall Mwangi
Kevin
juggernaut.
Henley.
What is he?
Quick, failure rolls. Get XP.
Oh yeah, become God.
So, we're gonna need to find that body and, well, try and do some actual good around here before we leave. How about that, guys?
I think that's, as I said, what we were trying to do, but perhaps helping the retirees would be better.
Well, since we've already been
That's
so
some
invested.
entry level goodness.
Mobby,
I mean, we've already become so invested in this. If we can find his body and lay it to rest, if we can do that quickly, maybe we can solve this whole.
oh, I do not disagree, but our lead to the body was that it was left lying in a street. I
Well-
suppose we could go look in the street if there was some indication of where the body
Well-
was and if it got dragged away.
Well, see, here's the thing: a wealthy man dies in the street, and if the town guard doesn't pick it up, I'm willing to bet that some unseemly element of the city has taken his body and looted everything off it and dumped it
Oh yeah,
into the
organ
harbor.
farms. You'd be amazed what some people go to lengths to in order to acquire magic.
I was mainly talking about his fancy clothing, but ew. Good to know.
Mobby, how are you at tracking?
Mobby leans forward and says, "You didn't hire me to become a tracker."
No, I know that. I'm just asking you, perchance, if you have any aptitude for it.
He says, "No, I know a tracker, though. His name is Mice."
You also know, Frederick, that I'm a pretty good tracker.
Ah. Well, then I suppose our best course of action at this point is...
I don't have any.
Bye, Lyrium Seeker. Our best course of action at this point is to
I mean, I don't have any
go
moves.
see if the body was moved, I suppose.
Don't have any moves or anything. I just have that decent wisdom and trying to
I can help you
discern
out with
realities.
I can help you out with that. Discerning realities is now intelligence based for me. I have pretty good intelligence.
That works too. I mean, we should at least do our best to try and check it out. I mean, now that we've already caused this man enough harm for the day. We were out
Yeah,
a
we
little
tried to
bit
talk
of
him out. We tried to talk him into giving us the knife, but obviously that didn't work.
yeah.
We should
Maybe
have Mobby
Mommy's
punch
right.
people in the. We should have Mobby punch people in the face more often. Bad people.
Ah,
Bad people. Of
bad
course.
people. Bad people. Yes.
Bad people.
How
Of
does
course.
Mobby respond to that?
Mobby seems to be quite good at it. But let's not talk about Mobby as if he's not here anymore.
That's why I'm asking. I look at Mobby. The
Yeah,
question
Mobby is just shaking his head and just.
Never mind the silly elves. Let's go.
So he steps forward and says, I am not an elf racist, sir. I don't like that implication.
No, of course not. Just a little bit of self-deprecation.
Don't mind him. He has a weird sense of humor.
He's letting up.
You tell Mobby to lighten up, and we get the Kamari smile from Final Fantasy X. He looks at you and goes, ha 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 ha.
Okay.
Better. We'll work on it.
Yeah, that was excellent. Now, how about we do one of those flashback, fade to black scenes, and where we're back at the town square.
Sure. Boom. We're there.
Okay, guys, let's go in here all at once.
Okay, you all go into the town square at once. Most of the people that were there earlier are still there, and they're all pointing at Anchorage now.
because he's the one that they think is to blame.
Summoning demons and shit. Ooh.
I mean, they've seen him twice now pull purple shit out of the air and talk to it, so...
Stop!
Frederick, maybe you might want to address the crowd and tell
Yeah,
them.
do crowd control. Tell them we're working for the city.
Friends! Friends. When I hear someone muttering about Anchorish being the cause of the curse, you have nothing to fear from the wizard? That's a lot of lightning.
Yeah, I
You
think
have
we
nothing
heard that.
to fear from the wizard and lightning strikes.
You have nothing to fear from the wizard. He is simply conducting his part in an ongoing investigation. We're contractors for the constabulary.
So, one of the standby noble women says, "You don't look like constabulary contractors. You have your badge on you."
We're not deputies, we're contractors.
She just goes, "Oh my. Well, perhaps you don't know how we do business here in Casimir, but even the contractors get badges to identify them as legitimate government authorities. You seem to be missing yours."
Well, as soon as we conduct this stage of our
Did
investigation...
you know that it's a crime to claim to be an officer of the Taldan government? Just like it's a crime to unlawfully wear facial hair when you are not a noble?
Well, it's a good thing that I am a noble.
She says, and we're to believe a man who would stand around and lie about being a member of the government is now also lying about his facial hair. Oh my. I hope that someone summons the guards shortly.
I hope they do as well, so we can have this matter cleared up in no time at all. But, on the other hand, we could save many people a great deal of problems if my associates are allowed to continue their investigation, and then we go back to the constabulary and collect our missing badges that we left behind.
She's just like, yes. Will someone summon the guard, please? Anyone? Anyone?
Well, she's doing that.
I
I'm
put my
starting.
hands
I
in
think
the
that-
I
I
started
th-
looking
doing,
around.
research.
I think that Frederick William Mayfield the 14th, based on your actions so far, I need you to defy danger using your charisma.
Oh shit!
First of all, mark XP.
Yeah, mark that XP.
Well,
Yeah,
they're
so you
talking. I'm
try
like,
to deflect the suspicion here. A number of constables show up, and they're just like, "Hey, I heard that you're a fake nobleman then." And they run forward and start trying to, like, rip your beard off your face because they assume it's fake. Can you roll a d6 as they begin beating you with clubs and ripping at your face?
Yes.
oh,
Ow!
Yep.
That's not a fake mustache.
What do the rest of you do? Well, your boss gets, like, speared by a bunch of... And by speared, I mean someone, like, spear tackles him.
okay, that's better than being speared.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, guys, can we not tackle the nobleman here?
Yeah, seriously, what the hell?
Ugh. So,
Let's look. We talked to the woman in charge of the prison. She told us that there were some unsolved murders here. We're a party of well, adventurers, I suppose you could call us. We said we'd look into the matter, and she accepted that. She didn't give us any badges. I'm sorry. We're newcomers here in town. We're not exactly. This man may be a nobleman from Taldor, but he's never been to this town. I apologize for the fact that we didn't know about your customs, but let's not go beating people up for lack of knowledge of customs, eh?
I feel like you are also defying danger using your social grace.
I guess I am.
You try to explain the situation, and then suddenly...
Then suddenly, well, I roll a 7.
Okay,
Better.
well, let's see what happens here. Worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. Okay, here's the choice. You feel like with some hand gestures and some, like, racist elven remarks, you can definitely get them to stop beating Frederick William Mayfield the 14th, but they're going to start beating you and Enkirash.
Can I at least start my investigation first? I imagine I'm just fucking off.
Yeah,
Being like,
yeah, you're walking away, but if they get redirected towards you,
yeah, I've
I-
been
can I-
like trying to study the area this whole time.
Can I redirect them entirely to me?
sure.
I'm just. Come on. You're not gonna. Are you really gonna go start beating people up for trying to help? Come on, guys.
Yeah, they stop beating Frederick William Mayfield the 14th. In fact, they pick him up and start brushing him off, and then one of them advances on Elid Damri. What are you guys gonna do?
I just stand there with my hands held where they can see him. Look, I ain't gonna go into a fight with the guards here. I hope you don't expect that of me. I was hoping we could reach a diplomatic agreement here. We are
Okay.
trying to
He immediately
help.
hits you in the face.
I try and dodge.
Okay.
But
Yeah, roll plus dex. You're like, I want to come to a diplomatic agreement. Bam, bam.
8.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can dodge, but if you do, he's gonna go right past you and hit Mabby.
Okay, I see Mabby standing right behind me and just stop and put my face forward and just take it.
You get your face in the way of the
Yeah,
blow. Yeah,
I block it with my face.
awesome. Can you roll a d6?
but
Watch you take 0 damage from this. Yep, you take
Yep.
no damage.
I just
He
take
hits
it
you
in
in the
face.
face, he starts kicking you and beating you to, like, knock you to your knees, but you stand tall, stand strong.
Like, would you please stop that? This is getting us nowhere. How about you help us investigate this crime, and if you really feel like it afterwards, you can keep hitting me.
Could you please at least hear my companions out? I'm trying to get a little bit of work done over here.
Yeah. So, eventually, at some point, they stop beating everyone in the area. And the woman that's in the back with her fan is like, oh my, such risque violence.
Glad you're enjoying the show.
Damn it, I have the line for the 3D dice.
I do
How do I
enjoy a
back
good
out
elf
of this?
beating.
Oh. Ignore this die roll. I guess I don't need to defend myself with charisma. I had the thing clicked. I don't know how to back out.
I think you just hit escape.
Oh, really?
So easy. Yet.
Well, shit. You know what? No, I'll keep that die roll. It's like, will you shut up over there?
I'm not asking you to make that roll. What are you guys doing now?
I propose we make a new deal to the guards. Clearly, you do not want our assistance in...
The guardsman's like, I don't even know who you are, sir.
I'm Frederick William Mayfield the 14th.
Oh, of the Opara Mayfields. My
Yes.
apologies. Sir, if we'd known it was
Hence
you...
the mustache.
We heard from a noblewoman in the crowd that you were an imposter. Our apologies. You know the law. Anyone impersonating a nobleman must be beaten immediately.
I do understand the law. Unfortunately, it's not a fake mustache, as you now
I
see.
understand that, my lord.
Anyway, we'll call this all forgiven if we can do one of two things. We either get our badges and move on.
He's like, your badges for what?
We are helping investigate the cause of the murders on this site.
So he looks around. He's like, that's above my pay grade. You're gonna have to speak with our constable captain.
Yes, we
Rawani
already have. We've been hired.
I can't
by her.
help you there, sir.
Well, then we should probably have her brought here, and I will talk to her.
He laughs and he's just like, you're going to bring her here. oh, you're being serious.
Look,
Yes, I am.
May I offer a non-nobleman interjection on this? And
when you say that, the woman in the back with the fan is like, oh my, this is getting very intense.
At the risk of getting clubbed in the face again, why don't one of you guys get a horse or run back, check our story out, and come back. And during that time, we investigate. If she doesn't corroborate our story, we'll happily, come with you and try and solve this matter over there. But the sooner we can get people from stopping people to stop assaulting each other for some magical reason here in the square, I think the happier everyone will be.
Yeah, he says, very well. I'll send my boys out to speak with the captain and see what's happening here. Why don't you continue your investigation? Just no funny business.
Thank you.
None whatsoever.
And I do a little army salute.
He just rolls his eyes and is like, that's not even the Taldan army salute. And I'm not a member of the Taldan army. He's just muttering that as he walks off. Just like,
well, I used to be a member of the well, never mind.
The Keonish.
Yeah,
You
well,
give him the Keonan salute, and he's just like,
yeah. I'd give him the Keonan salute. He's like, hey, just
All right.
adding a little bit
I'm
of
gonna look
culture.
over the area.
Yep. And
All
I'm gonna
that
go
being
and help.
taken care of.
I'm gonna go and help him with that. And
Discerning realities very logically.
Finally,
a 10.
Nice. Double
we get to the
fours.
point of this whole endeavor.
All right. Let me look up the 3 questions.
Yeah.
I have to say these things specifically, but I think you know the context in which I'm asking them. If I was looking for the body, the original body, what should I be on the lookout for?
Yeah, that's. I mean, you're asking what should I be on the lookout for.
Okay.
The answer is the guards. They're definitely keeping a close watch on you.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Nothing related to.
You don't get to frame the context, man.
All right.
The questions are as the questions stand.
All
Rules
right.
lawyered.
This is a game that's really easy to rules lawyer because they're very specific.
All right. What's here that is useful or valuable to me?
Not much. I mean,
Busy
there are some
city
spirits
intersection.
in the area. You could talk to them, but other than that,
Not until I prepare spells again.
there's a lot of trouble in the area, that's for sure. If you're looking for trouble, it'd be pretty easy to make some here.
That's quite apparent.
You got a third question?
What's about to happen? Because I
Uh,
know what happened just now.
I think what's about to happen is the guards are going to come back without your badges because you don't have them. Because you weren't hired by her.
Yeah, we kind of skipped the whole contract signing part of the deal.
Yeah. So yeah, you're looking over the scene and you're thinking about it, and then you're like,
Oh, wait,
Aw.
we skipped that bit.
yeah, she
We
never
should
did
go.
actually hire us.
We should go, guys.
This is
I
the
was thinking
problem
that this
with-
whole thing is like, we never actually got hired, didn't we?
We told her we'd look into it. Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't
That's
actually.
a verbal agreement.
Verbal
Yeah.
agreements don't mean shit in bureaucracies.
But this isn't Cheliax. We're civilized here.
Yeah, count me out of Talon civilization.
Right. Well, so you find no evidence here. I think we're gonna need to move on.
Yeah, we kind of have a primary mission that we're kind of neglecting.
Yeah, and this thing is leading us nowhere.
Yeah, this has took way longer than we thought it would. We thought we'd just go here, find out what we
Yeah.
could, and
Yeah, we
made 2
I
trips
thought-
already.
I thought this was gonna be like relatively simple, and this is turning out to be not simple at all. And a big ol'
Pile of FU, yeah.
yeah, there's no evidence, no nothing. Everybody wants to hit us, and
They
I'm
tried to
getting-
rip my mustache off.
Yep, this investigation has definitely hit a dead end.
Yep.
Until we can come back with a new set of spells and maybe some well-earned rest after we do our primary mission. Maybe then we can move forward in our investigation here. And,
Actually sign a
actually
legal
getting
contract. Yeah.
actually getting hired first.
Yeah. Well, that might be a good idea. Now the problem is,
We could have saved you 35 gold after we on the 14th.
we could have done a lot of things, but I sort of assumed that she would at least have the common decency to tell us that if we didn't sign a contract and
Who knows? Maybe they'll bring Maybe they'll bring the contract out here. It's not like we can just walk off.
I
we
mean,
could if we want to forego this investigation.
I don't think they're gonna let us walk off.
yeah, I don't think they're going to either. But like I'm saying, I'm thinking the constable, especially since
Does it need?
you were a nobleman and had recently bribed. I mean, your family had recently generously donated to her retirement fund. She would at least have the common decency to tell us not to poke our noses in without signing a contract and getting badges.
Precisely. So when she shows up and
She's not gonna.
I don't think she's gonna.
I think they're gonna come back and tell us that we need to follow them, and I really have no time for this shit.
then I
Ain't nobody
propose
got time for
we
that.
forego this investigation and make on our way out of town. Let cooler heads prevail when we return.
Now the question is, how many guards are here, and what are they gonna do if we just say
There's just
bye?
one guard.
Oh, okay.
Bye, Felicia.
Well, how about the idea of just leaving then telling him, we'll be back later. Our
The trail
investigation.
leads out of town. We'll be back.
We were gonna stop by at like one or two places. There was
Yeah.
somebody, but man, that was 2 weeks ago. I can't remember what we were gonna do. We were gonna stop by there was some brother Zaganos right outside of right here.
We still need to go visit
visit the
the
old
fourth member of the Golden Watch.
Yeah,
she's
that's on the way.
Yeah.
She's out of town. But Brother Zaganos here on the edge of town, I remember we were going to talk to him about something. I just can't remember what. Something about dangers in the forests or something like that.
Yep. I think that was
Well,
it.
Yeah. Try and get some info on the on what we're going to be facing out there. I think that was why we were going to talk to him. I should have written better notes.
I'm looking at my notes right now, and I don't have anything about Brother Zagnos in them.
I just wrote talk to Zaganos about the woods because I was hoping we'd get around to talking to him soon and not being in a lengthy investigation. Anywho, shall we not drag this out any longer and tell the guard that we need to go elsewhere to continue this investigation and leave?
I think so. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Let's see if we can pull it off.
So, as we leave the square, does he stop us?
No.
Then I suppose we shouldn't bother him. We'll just leave.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to tell him that we're still on the case, but we'll be back, just so he doesn't think we're just up and leaving. I mean, that makes us look bad. I mean, come on.
Mm.
Okay, when you tell him that, he just is like, okay, sure. Leaving the scene of a crime.
We didn't commit the crime.
Nobleman.
The crime was committed several days ago.
He says it's not that crime, the charge of being a non-noble with facial hair.
As we just established.
He says, I know, but you're supposed to be waiting for my brothers in the constabulary to get back. You want to walk away now, which makes me think it's a little suspicious. But you're a nobleman, so I can't bound you by law.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I heard almost everyone in the constabulary was out for drinks today, so a couple hours?
Yeah.
Wanna make camp?
In this square, not really. This is not a happy place.
No, it is not.
Perhaps it would be better for us to just go see her ourselves.
Probably. Explain the situation and then go away.
Get this over with, finally.
Yeah.
So backtracking to the constabulary, I suppose.
All right. I feel like this is a good place to take the break for the session.
At least it's not far. I mean, we're pretty close.
Yeah.
Right. She's at the constabulary, right? She's not at the prison.
Because
That's
we're just
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta end a couple hours early here tonight, guys. So let's do the end of session stuff now.
okay.
Did anyone complete any of their bonds?
Dude, I got a new one for FW on the 14th, but I don't think I got that one.
No.
Like, there must be some method to Frederick the 14th's madness, and I will discover it.
Let's see.
I don't think I discovered it, and much less talked about it with him.
So I wrote my bonds to be like campaign-long arcs. Is that not how they should be?
Name one of your bonds that you're worried about finishing.
All of them were written. I didn't.
Just
Are
give
they?
me an example.
I am writing a ballad about the adventures of Enkaresh.
That sounds like one you could resolve pretty easily. You either finish the ballad or you decide not to move ahead with it for some reason.
Or you decide
Right.
to
I
toss
just
it.
got a question about bonds as mechanically, and are they not supposed to be like
They're
goals
whatever you
for-
want to make of them.
okay? Because you ask in the end of session if we resolved any of them, and
Yeah.
that makes me think they're supposed to be short term and not long term.
Perhaps.
Okay.
You have 4 of them, so you could have 4 long-term ones and then finish them one after another every session.
Well, I'm getting there with Frederick William Mayfield is soft, but that will make him hard like me. It's getting closer and closer. It's getting there. And Crush is still playing with powers beyond his control. That's not doing so well. He still isn't going to admit that he owes me his life yet. And oh, I forgot the 4th bond. Because I finished one last time, and I didn't do one at the beginning of this session.
Rookie
That's my
mistake.
bad. Yeah. Hey. Oh yeah. I totally meant to do. I get to witness somebody trying to rip Frederick William Mayfield's beard off and laugh about it.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I'll figure one out for next time.
Okay. Dan, did you have any?
No, I said that my new bond with the 14th is that there's some method to his madness, and I will discover it. But I don't think that happened this time.
Did anybody complete their alignment?
Jump in the way of danger.
I think I discovered something about a magical mystery.
Like what?
Like,
How to break the curse?
Yeah, how to break one component of the curse at the very least. We're on the right track.
Okay. Mark XP. Ella Domre, how did you complete your alignment?
Took some stabbings and some beatings for other people.
I think specifically you use the defend action to take a hit from someone else.
I did that, yeah.
Mark XP.
Okay.
Frederick William Mayfield the 14th.
I did not ever perform my art, so therefore I didn't.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
What?
A whole lot about Taldan bureaucracy.
Taldan society is total shit.
Okay.
Well,
Mark XP.
And totally racist towards elves.
I don't know about that.
We learned that.
The nobility is at the very least.
We also learned something interesting about the curse, but you know we haven't learned everything. But yeah, we did learn a lot about Taldan bureaucracy and its inefficiency.
Okay. Did you overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Wait, should we mark XP for the discovering something about the world?
Yeah, I said
Alright,
mark
cool.
XP.
Let's see. Not really.
Okay. Did we loot a memorable treasure?
We got the knife, but that's about it. I don't think that's memorable.
Did you actually get the knife?
Yeah, Bobby punched him in the face.
Oh,
and took
that's
the knife.
right. Yeah,
Well-
I'll mark the knife as a memorable treasure. So mark XP.
Nice.
All right. Sorry about the short session here, guys.
No worries.
As soon as we started streaming, I got a message saying I need to be up in a couple hours to go pick someone up from the airport. So I'm going to call it early. Yep. I will see you guys next week.
Sounds like fun.
Next week, we will
Same bat
have
time.
0 spoilers in the introductions.
Well, I
That's
can't
a promise. And watch, someone watching this on YouTube after the fact is going to go from me saying that to literally 5 seconds later, Dan being like, I played a PFS scenario where the final boss is a goblin, but he's actually an illusion. And I'm going to be like, all right.